right, let's get this motherfucker going. Oh shit. I'm tired. Yo. I gotta get this battle pulled up. Gotta get this motherfucking battle pulled up. What's good with y'all, man? It's late, so I'm getting right into this motherfucking battle too. What's good with you, man? What's good with you? Hold up. Now, I did a test live. Like about 20 minutes ago. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, my audio was straight. If my audio get to messing up at any point, just let me know, man. So look, hey, before I get into, you know what I'm saying, the actual battle itself, realistically, man, I really love this battle. Y'all see my my suggested on the side. I'll be watching a lot of First Things First and sports and Breaking Bad videos and shit. But man, look, background on this battle. I've been paying attention to Los Premee for a minute, dude. He's super dope. Like great puncher. While I was prepping and telling people who I was battling next, I told everybody, dude, his dude is like the next Rum Nitty. And then he can punch his ass off. He's super dope. Crazy bars. But what really like caught my attention was good with you, man. What really caught my attention with Preem was the Eunice battle. Kind of like everybody, you know what I mean? Like I was one of those guys. I was like, man, I gotta see him do it away from my battle. I have to see him, you know, cook, do something. Me versus Daylight, man. Who knows? Daylight is one of those tough ones. I feel like I got a better chance of battling Lux than Daylight, just because Daylight be out the way a whole bunch. But man, the nigga Preem is just super dope. When I saw the Eunice battle, when I saw him step out of his comfort zone and go like really get a clear win on Eunice like that, that's when I was like, you know what? I gotta smoke him. I really wanted to smoke Preem. That like this battle, I have different visions and different perspectives on a lot of battles. This battle, I really wanted to win. Like I really wanted to beat him clear. And I think I did achieve that. But, you know, we had such a good battle that like I can't be mad if Preem feel differently, you know? But yeah, that was really it, man. I prepped very, very hard. I put in a lot of work. When I do these bar breakdowns, I'm going to react to his material. Like I'm going to like say what I like, what I don't like, give a little brief shit. But for my material, I'm going to give legitimate insight on what I was thinking when I wrote certain bars, certain perspectives, how I felt in real time, getting certain reactions. I'm going to give real more in-depth shit. So like we might spend 20 minutes on one of my rounds and like just 5 or 6 on his, because I don't want to give his perspective on stuff as I don't know his perspective. So that's just really how this type of shit is going to go. Hopefully this ain't too long of a live, but if it is, oh well, man, we here now, man. But we can go ahead and get started. Let me know if y'all can't hear the battle or if y'all can't hear me. But we finna go ahead and get into it.
Ville, Arkansas, man, URLTV.tv. Let's get
it. To my right.
Los Premee. Then they give billionaires. I battled gritty Brooklyn shit recipes, not the crap.
Make some noise for Los Premee, y'all.
He stole my side of the stage too, by the way. Like I wanted to stand on that side of the stage because I had a bar. I'll tell you all about when I say the bar. I really wanted to say that bar on a certain side of the stage, but he took it.
That's heads. What we doing? It's on Klutz.
I hate losing coin tosses.
Hold it down. Hold it down.
Y'all ready?
Stop saying that.
I said Klutz versus Los Premee. This only resolves one way.
My style in front that punch play looking like gunplay. This the beginning, but it feels like the end. Like Sunday, it's that real. A bad deal. You know Calico said he ain't know me, but as a fan of you, nigga, I'm mad still. Till they find you in the ocean, floating with my last kills. If you want to survive, you better get a gun from the wizard or have gills. Let's go, y'all.
I think I rushed the delivery on Gun from the Wizard. Like, I don't know, it was just a real slight, like, Gun from the Wizard. I wish I would have said that a little bit better. But either way, those two bars to start to kick the battle off. The Sunday bar was actually a late addition, believe it or not. I was I'm gonna get y'all behind the scenes shit for the most part when I'm doing these breakdowns. I'm sure motherfuckers won't give a fuck. I was supposed to battle Jerry West like a year ago. Before I battled Chess, actually, it was originally supposed to be Jerry West. So I wrote material for West. I appreciate you. I wrote material for Jerry West, and the battle didn't go down, but I still got the material. So that Sunday bar, originally was how I was gonna start one of my rounds against West. And the reason why that's a 3-bar is just kind of like some backstory. The reason why that is just a 3-bar, the Sunday shit, is because it was originally a 4 that I had to cut the last line because it was Jerry West specific. And I can't even tell y'all the bar because I don't think I'm actually going to use the bar anymore. But it was going to be punch play looking like gunplay. It's the beginning, but it feels like the end, like Sunday. It's going to be some furniture moving west. That's feng shui. And then I was going to get into my round. So, but obviously, because it's not Jerry West, I cut the feng shui bar. I kept the Sunday John, and I started this battle off with that. And then as far as the Calico shit, that's a true story. We were gonna battle on Calico's league, me and Preem. It was gonna book the battle there. And when my name came up, the story that I was told was that Cal didn't know who I was, but he was a fan of Preem. And so I appreciate you. I wrote with the mindset because I thought we were still going to battle on Cal's league. So I wrote that segment and the scheme that follows with the mindset that Calico would be there. So that's why I was like, Cal, you know what I'm saying? Like Gun from the Wizard or have gills. That's why I wrote it that way. And now when they switched and to this, when it turned out we was doing it on Public Influence, I kept the Calico bar anyway because I still just thought it was super dope. But it would have been even more special had that bar specifically would have been more special if it would have been in front of Calico. But I'm so happy that we ended up doing the battle on Public Influence because they were phenomenal. They did such great business. I love how the battle looks, everything. And I loved that Ohio crowd as well. So I'm glad we ended up, it worked out for the better. But yeah, so that Calico segment was all about how nigga Cal kind of was like, no, I don't know who that is. But he knew Preem. You didn't know it all. I think 1.5 entendres. I try not to do them. I try to avoid them. But I don't know if I get annoyed by them. It just depends. Some of them I do though. Some of them do get on my nerves. It just kind of depends on like when you say it, how you say it, how impactful you wanted that bar to be. Like I feel like it's only so good a 1.5 entendre can be. And sometimes niggas be giving those bars insane reactions, and that's when I get annoyed. But if you just treat it like it is, I think it's fine. But let's continue. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm breaking down bars, but I'm not going to challenge. I'm not going to like insult y'all's intelligence by like breaking down simple entendres. Like, if I feel like it's something that y'all might not know reference wise, like Gun from the Wizard or Have Gills, I might have fans that aren't super basketball fans. So I can explain that Gilbert Arenas used to play for the Wizards. And when he was playing for the Wizards, he got in big trouble for bringing a gun to the locker room. Gilbert Arenas, basketball player. His nickname is Gil. So because of that, my punch being Gun from the Wizard or Have Gills, because I'm saying I'm dumping them in the ocean and fish use gills to breathe. That's the connector between those two. But I'm not going to break down every entendre, just the shit that I feel like y'all might have missed or shit that has a deeper backstory from when I wrote it.
Let's go, y'all. In all my life, I will never see why clones call themselves original, knowing they stole all they volcanic shit. Rounds flooded with nothing groundbreaking, but the heat waving so they land and shit. It's really so odd. I have you phoning your relatives, telling them you had a close call. White Chevy, downhill in an avalanche, color of snowfall. This gonna be a land. White Chevy, downhill in an avalanche, color of snowfall. This gonna be a landslide. I'm in the space rock, because if it's meteorite, it can get quite dire. A flow so natural, disaster.
That's the bar, by the way. My fault for cutting in the mid scheme. That's the bar though. The meteorite. I did if it's meteorite, so I wanted to stand on his right side, and he got to the stage before I could. So it ended up, now I guess from the perspective of watching the battle, I am on his right. So I guess from the perspective of the viewer at home, I'm on his right, kind of, but I'm not on his right. And so that always, like, I tried to get to the stage before he could, and I couldn't. I was waiting on a homie. But this scheme, I'll let it play out. Hold on.
Rock, because if it's meteorite, it can get quite dire. A flow so natural, disaster and tsunami probably think that I'm wildfire. My pen.
Okay, so that whole scheme is a continuation of the Calico shit, because obviously it encompassed the landslide being within that within the scheme. It's just a natural disaster scheme. I feel like everything is caught. The one thing that might have slipped past some people that I'll acknowledge is I said, in all my life, I will never see why clones call. So see why clones, cyclones, tornadoes. That is an additive that when I sparred with a homie or two and they didn't catch it off rip. So that's a little Easter egg if you didn't catch. I will never see why clones call themselves original, knowing they stole all they volcanic shit. So I got into that way. All right. So where are we going now?
Probably think of wildfire.
My pen reminiscent of JC, Chilla Jones, Danny Myers in their true form. Why would y'all give Preme me? This nigga ain't even newborn. Shit pissed me off so.
The only background I'll give on that bar is I specifically chose JC, Chilla, and Danny because I battled them already. I kind of have a slight rule about not paying too much homage to guys that I haven't battled yet in battle. Now, outside of a battle or like in an interview or something, I'll pay my respects. But like while I'm rapping, I kind of try. I still may, show love to Lux or somebody while I'm rapping, but I try to kind of keep it within the confines of competitiveness. So I chose JC, Chilla, and Danny, A, because I did learn a lot from them, and B, because I've already battled them. And as far as the newborn, this is, yeah, it is what it is, man.
My pen is reminiscent.
Oh, by the way, Tay-Rock is if you look at Preem side, Tay-Rock is sitting in front of the stage, in front of Los Premee, basically. So if you see me look over there, or at one point I dap him up, when I said I'm in a space rock, that's I'm talking to Tay-Rock. He's sitting over there to the side. And obviously T-Top is right there behind us. King is back there on the wall. I interact with him a little bit in the battle. My homie CP is obviously right behind me in the black with the beanie. My homie Hutch, he's in the red right there. This is his first time coming to a battle event to support me. He had the time of his life. So shout out to Hutch, man. He came to support. But I just wanted to kind of like let that be known.
Of JC, Chilla Jones, Danny Myers in their true form. Why would y'all give Preem me? This nigga ain't even new. Shit pissed me off so bad, I had to open my Bible before I can move on. I was reading Matthew hot, ready to do this Mark cold with a sense of morality that was lukewarm.
I'm going to try not to stop every bar, but they did stop me just about every bar in this battle. Bro, I loved that concept when I wrote it. Since I'm like, bro, Matthew, hot, Mark, cold, lukewarm. I loved that concept. There was a version of it where I kept going, or like I had the idea to keep going. It was just way too extra. I was like, I have to stop at lukewarm. But I could have went John and chill. Like I could have went axe, fire. Like there was a couple of different ways I could go. Roman something. You know what I'm saying? I could have kept going with the books of the Bible and like the temperature type shit. But I got to a point in my career in the last couple of years where I realized that less is more, less is more, less is more, less is more. So I stopped being so overly intricate and trying to do the most insane pin heavy shit and do the more simple. Like I feel like the true mark of a genius is being able to like make complicated shit simple as opposed to making simple things complicated. So that's kind of like where I've got. But I love that lukewarm joint. And I wrote that bar from scratch. Like when I say wrote a bar from scratch, I feel like all battlers, all rappers, all artists or writers know sometimes an idea or a bar will just come to your head. Like sometimes you'll be sitting there and a bar will just light bulb bar. A lot of my bars I write from scratch. Lukewarm is a bar I wrote from scratch. Like I thought of the word lukewarm and I was like, bro, lukewarm, that word could make a crazy bar. What is that bar? So I started from the base, like, okay, lukewarm. How do I make this bar? And then I broke lukewarm in half. Okay, so you got Luke. So what is Luke? Luke is a book of the Bible. Warm is this. So how do I make those two things a bar? And from there, I was like, okay, I tried a couple of different things, lukewarm. I Googled and studied, I Googled the specific definition of lukewarm so I can know exactly like what makes something lukewarm. And I just was like, okay, I got you. Then I was like, oh shit, what if I just kind of like mini scheme it? She shut the hell up. I was like, what if I just mini scheme that shit? So then it was like Matthew, hot, Mark, cold, lukewarm, and that was how that worked. I love bars like that, especially when I come up with them basically out of thin air. Like it's just like from scratch. I did not expect the crowd to talk about that. I did not expect the crowd to talk.
My pen is reminiscent of JC, Chilla Jones, Danny Myers in their true form. Why would y'all give me? This nigga ain't even new. Shit pissed me off so bad, I had to open my Bible before I can move on. I was reading Matthew hot, ready to do this Mark cold with a sense of morality that was Luke, you born and in bad shape. Your slogan is Macaulay Culkin, leave me alone, because you'll never be a smack face.
Right on you.
I ain't gotta explain that bar. I ain't gotta do nothing. That bar got the exact reaction I expected to at the exact time.
It's Macaulay Culkin, leave me alone, because you'll never be a snack face. This bitch ass nigga is from our battle.
Right.
Bitch ass nigga, you know where I battle? If y'all ever
shout out URL. Fuck this niggas talking about.
Nigga, you know where I battle? If y'all ever catch me at I battle, there better be a pastor present, like time travel. I'm tired. Pastor present. Pastor present.
This is another bar. What makes it like very she shut the hell up. What makes so that bar, past the present time travel, was a little difficult to write because I was forced to write it, if that makes sense. Like I wrote the I battle shit first. So it was just like, okay, now I have to come up with a bar that rhymes with I battle that is a fire enough bar to justify me saying I battle 3 times. And then I came up with time travel. It's just like another one of those things where it's like I came up with the bar from scratch. It's not like it just came to me one day. I challenged myself to come up with a bar that rhymed with this to make it work. And I feel like challenging myself is what helps me write at the level that I can write at times. But it also leaves me in the wilderness a lot too. Like there are days where I can't think of much of anything of value because like it just depends on how I was feeling that day. My mood affects my writing a lot.
If y'all ever see me at our battle, there better be a pastor present. Like Tom, I'm tired of these punching niggas. Your government name is unique, and you be rapping like other niggas. The fuck kind of
Random. I got scared. I got bad anxiety. I got scared. I got scared because I said his government name is unique, and the nigga Preem started shaking his head. So, bro, in real time, I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, is the nigga name not unique? I was like, nigga, bro, I sent him my whole third round about the nigga name being unique. I said his name is unique, and he shook his head no. I was like, yo. But I think he was just like shaking his head no to the whole, another nigga saying unique and have unique bars. I think that was why he was shaking his head. But that shit kind of scared me at first. But if y'all notice, bro, I blatantly push this unique envelope. I bring up his name being unique and an absurd amount in this battle because I know I wanted the crowd to be primed for what that third round had.
Fuck kind of unique is this? Hey, Rock, he a bitch. Just up here doing his best impressions. A sneaky trick. Because you know what else is unique and not unique at the same time? What? Fingerprints. I'll body you.
I have no idea how you predicted that.
Right on. I'll body you extremely quick. Nobody thought that Los would die. Not even Jesus did. Till he had Jesus' crib and God walk in like, now, I know that ain't who I think it is, but I can't beat But I can't beat him with that lazy shit. Your whole style is just a piece of what makes me win. I cover how I punch in the pin. It's an ATM. If I
lay a that landed. I love the way that bar landed. But
I can't beat him with that lazy shit. Your whole style is just a piece of what makes me win. I cover how I punch in the pin. It's an ATM. If I lay a fist, he hit the damn pavement, then lay some kicks until the man shaking. He'll lose so much fucking blood up above. Gonna be his next placement. On the Bible, I'll leave Los so red, Jesus is gonna have to translate him. Damn, faker, you bitch made. A shit stank.
All right, I'll explain that bar because it's a okay, so look, you remember how earlier one of y'all asked me, Delta Man, you asked me about 1.5 entendres. That bar is like that bar is like a 3.5. Like it's definitely a triple, it's possibly a quad, but like that last entendre is a little dicey. Damn Faker is a terrible fucking transition. Good God. Damn Faker is a terrible transition. I on the Bible, I'll leave Los so red, Jesus gonna have to translate him. So like obviously the first entendre is Los so red, he's bleeding. He'll lose so much fucking blood up above gonna be his next placement. So he's losing blood, he's bleeding a lot. He's like to the point that his body is red now because of the blood. So I'll leave Los so red, Jesus gonna have to translate him. But also obviously the play on the translate. Oh red, Los, oh red. I'll leave Los, oh red, Jesus gonna have to translate him. So that's the double. The triple is Los so red, Jesus gonna have to translate them. That the meaning behind if you read, because I said on the Bible prior to. So in the Bible, obviously Jesus's words are scripted in red. So I'll leave him so red that Jesus is gonna have to translate it because just like his words in the Bible, he's red. And then like the halfway John, like the half meaning is because Loso is one of the horsemen. So on the Bible, Loso red, the Bible, obviously, because he's a horseman. That's like the half entendre, like the little funny entendre that really ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But I did find it hilarious that it worked that way, where it's just like Loso red, the Bible. So I thought that was funny. So it's kind of like a 3.5. That last one kind of don't count.
Los so red.
Hold on, man. Stop it. Stop it.
On the Bible, I'll leave Los so red, Jesus gonna have to tread. Damn faker, you bitch made a shit thing. My son gonna be taller than you in the 5th grade.
My son is
My son gonna be taller than you in the 5th grade, little boy. I'm top 5. I hope y'all ready? Hold it down. I said, little boy, I'm top 5. A whole bunch of gripping pumps and pistol dumping. Y'all good? Yo. Yes, sir. I said I'm top 5. A whole bunch of gripping pumps and pistol dumping is not wise. Type of nigga to get on Instagram flexing, but I was Glock rise. Posting guns on the internet is pussy. And these niggas be having 9 lives.
Oh my God, what's good, bro? 9 lives is one of my better bars. I love that bar. That's another bar. Fun fact, that's another bar I wrote in with the mindset of battling in Detroit in front of Cal and that whole little situation. I felt like a bar. I wanted to put like basically draw. I wanted to be like, because like I thought the battle was gonna be in Detroit at first on Cal's league. I wanted to draw my line in the sand that I'm not one of these super gun line type of niggas, and I no matter where I'm at, I'll rap how I rap. So I wanted to draw my line in the sand, and that was my way of doing it. But like, you know, I agree. I think that bar would have shook a lot of rooms. Like posting guns on the internet is pussy. These niggas be having 9 lives. I love that fucking bar, bro. Oh, by the way, because one of the homies asked me why I put the gun up. This battle, that was a triple as well. So like that's two triple entendres back to back in a battle. The nigga Dice, shout out to the homie Dice. Dice swears that triple entendres don't work or they don't land. So I took the challenge. I landed 2 back to back. That is a triple. And one of the homies didn't realize that it was a triple. I thought it was pretty self-explanatory that it was a triple. But for anybody else that don't catch all 3 meanings, 9 lives, cats have 9 lives. 9 lives as in the number of lives that these niggas make talking that dumb gun shit. And then 9 lives, like the type of gun, like you go on live with a 9 in your hand. So 9 lives, 9 lives, 9 lives.
Have to. Posting guns on the internet is pussy, and these niggas be having 9 lives. I repeat, his government is unique, and he not different. Nigga, your first name is a bar, like Rod Strickland. I hate this boy. On my ticket.
Hey, bro, I did not expect that late reaction. There's so many comments under this battle asking what that bar means. Bro, I promise you it is as simple as it sounds. I think it's so simple that it can be missed. Like, it's so simple that it's easy to miss because you might be looking for more. It's literally just your first name is a bar like Rod Strickland. A rod is a type of bar. It's just that simple, but it was very effective.
Catch up, nigga! What he say? Tell him catch up, nigga! Put the ball in him!
Very simple. I was surprised by the late reaction. I didn't think they would react at all. I thought that bar was just kind of like do whatever.
His government is unique and he not different. Bro, your first name is a bar, like Rod Strickland. I hate this boy. On my ticket, I took him over on the similes, under on personality, and if you rap with substance, my parlay is void. Thing is, they still gonna give you props, like FanDuel, and I'm just willing to bet you on.
That ain't even lit.
Hey, I said I hate this boy. On my ticket, I took him over on the similes, under on personality, and if you rap with substance, my parlay is void. Thing is, they still gonna give you props, like FanDuel, and I'm just willing to bet you won't make a point. That's round one.
I love that round. It's one of my favorite rounds that I wrote. He shouldn't have jumped to it. He jumped real early on that bar, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is having a good time. That round had an alternate ending that I cut. I felt like it was unnecessary. It didn't really add nothing to the round, so I cut it. But I was originally gonna be like, I'm just willing to bet you won't make a point. You dying today. It ain't a choice. Last thing you gonna hear is I said, you dying today. It ain't a choice. The next thing you gonna hear is Jesus talking. So save your voice. That's round one. So I ended up cutting the save your voice bar. It was cool. It was all right. To me, it was like, it didn't add nothing to the round. So I cut it. But that just so y'all know, that round did have a false ending. And I don't mind like telling y'all bars that like I wrote but didn't rap yet, because I always tell people, like, bro, bars is like money. I can always make more of them. So like I don't really care if I just like tell y'all a bar that I thought of that I didn't rap. Probably wasn't gonna rap anyway. But yeah, I ended up cutting it. It just seemed unnecessary. It was just like whatever. I loved ending. Like when I thought about it, I was like, no, I should probably just end the round on make a point. Like, I'm willing to bet you won't make a point. That's round one. That's beautiful. That's perfect. And so, you know what I'm saying? But just to get y'all in my psyche, y'all always overwrite and then cut. All right. Like I said, for Los Premee, we're going to more or less just kind of like go through. I'm not going to be giving explanations on his loss. But I am going to be reacting and telling you what I like and don't like.
Hold it down!
Y'all ready? I'm good.
Because Los Premee was cooking in this battle.
I said they got a nigga named Klutz versus a nigga that stumbled, so they call this a mirror match. But in fact, it's closed curtains. You drop shit by accident. I drop niggas on purpose. I have explosive, mind-blowing one-liners like a tripwire. Klutz don't want to see me get triggered. I took the streets by storm, so they put the house on me like a Katrina victim. Nigga figure because of the nitty battle, I'm getting washed. Remy.
I didn't really like put the house on me, was kind of like whatever. When I think of Katrina victims, I think of them standing on the house. It's not the other way around, but I do see how that could also make sense. But the tripwire shit I thought was phenomenal. He just kind of like skated through it.
Easy pickings. I just couldn't keep this bitch on. Nigga figure because of the nitty battle, I'm getting washed. Premee Ma, he think it's easy pickings. I just couldn't keep this bitch out of my mind like Jean Grey when I should have been laser focused on that Phoenix nigga. Premee. What? I don't give a fuck about no URL. I don't give a fuck about no URL class. We keep drums extensions, but when Klutz die, it's gonna fuck the whole group up. One Direction. Who the fuck he tested? It's February. It's February 21st. Why is Scrap so cool?
I'll give y'all a little bit of behind the scenes on this too. If y'all watch me, when he said One Direction, it made me think of a bar for a completely different opponent, like somebody that I want to battle in the future. It made me think of a bar for a different person. And if you notice, I tell my man CP, like, he just made me think of a bar. And I tell the homie CP the bar.
We supposed to be celebrating Black History.
So if y'all just watch me,
let's go, nigga. Yeah. You've been on a couple of platforms. I gotta give you a hand like an amputee. Now, I'm not here to give props to Klutz, but I will send you to Brandon Lee, Cannon Squeeze. Cannon Squeeze. He get hit with 50. They gave you a demon, Klutz. That's little Nicky. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. If he run his mouth as a 4-4, the trigger get pulled on. Still little Nicky. But talking sideways, I hit Klutz with the bulldog. Tool drawn. Kalashnikov, I'ma clip you a 9. If this case sparking, it's a slave auction. I bid you goodbye.
That was hard. That was hard. I bid you goodbye is crazy. I bid you goodbye is fucking nuts.
It's a slave auction. I bid you goodbye. Bitch, you will die. If I spray my toolie, the exit wound gonna look like the intro to a James Bond movie. He ain't shot shit. Nigga look like Malcolm X, so he'll probably die trying to handle the heckler. You pussy. And we gonna leave it at that. Like an animal shelter. Look at the hand they dealt you. It's no cap with green, my hit. It's no cap with green, my hitman. Take pills. Don't even like Dragon Ball Z, but he'll still spaz off a beam. Kenshi from Mortal Kombat. Don't even like Dragon Ball Z, but he'll still spaz off a beam. Kenshi from Mortal Kombat. I really rap what I've seen. And I battle. I put in true pain. Bruce Wayne. I'm better than half of the league. My OG was like my OG. My OG.
Oh, my fault. I didn't even see the comment. Bid you goodbye. The way I interpret it is like slave auction. I'll bid you goodbye. Like the way I think about it is like you putting the slaves on for auction. So like you putting them up for bid, and then you tell them goodbye. That's the way I'm thinking about it. Like I bid you goodbye. It's one of those that you could technically say might be like a 1.5 entendre, but I think it's pretty. I thought it was super dope. I think it's pretty clean.
My OG was like Bray Wyatt the way he matched with the. My OG was like Bray Wyatt the way he matched with the Fiends. The work went fast. It was first come, first serve. Adam and Eve. When I was 7.
First come, first serve.
You talking Bible? When I was 7, I found a razor blade in my brother's room from when he was trapping with keys. That shit still had white girl on the edge like Avril Lavigne. He's an actual dweeb. You can't talk to me like no irrelevant nigga. What kind of scheme he? Oh, you can't talk to me like no irrelevant nigga. What kind of scheme he planning? I'm a household name, Klutz. Luigi's Mansion. We keep hands. Oh my God. They say Los all gumballs. But I just stick to what I know, like the buddy system. Sly would knock him. See them lacking at a hotel.
I like stick to what I know, like the buddy.
Got the fucking clicking. Me and Twin pulled up on Klutz in the lobby. Like London Tipton. You a fucking victim. He'll be paralyzed from the waist down. The bullet made him that way. Now Klutz is half the man he used to be. It's a potato sack race. On that game.
I didn't like that.
I'll be trying to chill.
Man, it used to be potato sack race.
I'm trying to chill, but I'll put you on TV with my 30-piece. So if you want to make the news, me ain't Klutz, Ron Burgundy. Murder. Walk my neighborhood and tell a couple of fiends they'll get a key if they slide us. Slowly, I'm talking hit the block and put a brick on Klutz head. Wily Coyote. I slap on my lonely. Pistol whip him, the nigga jaw broken. It's all kinds of ugly. Now the nerds eating through a straw like a Sonic slushie. If I gotta upheat.
I like that bar a lot. The nerds eating through a straw. I think it's super dope, bro. Like, and I be eating, bro. I drink Sonic slushies. Like, I fuck with a Sonic slush. So like, nerds eating through a straw is super fucking crazy to me. That's super crazy. And he kind of needed that. He was on he was kind of on like a 4 to 5 bar like drought a little bit in my opinion.
Jesus Christ. That was hard.
If I gotta upheat, Send the address. I am not for no player. Nigga, isn't your name Klutz? Drop him.
Down.
They fucked his bar up right there. I was so happy. Location would have landed crazy.
Send the address. I am not for no player. Nigga, ain't your name Klutz? Drop the low station. You getting body, bro. Face it. This battle was supposed to happen months ago. This battle was supposed to happen.
Forgive me for my motherfucking service and shit. I think it's just because I'm trying to run both at the same time on the same computer.
Months ago, but I chose to ignore your fucking.
So if y'all want to actually see the battle without the buffering and shit, y'all have to watch it separately. But this is for my breakdowns anyway, so it's all good.
Distance. Remember when Ed and Dexter was watching Mondo Burger being built? Yeah, me and Klutz looking at unfinished business. Get the double Smith. That deposit is the only reason you in my line of fire. I'm just forced to keep it a buck, Klutz. That's liar. Y'all guy is dying. He think this is gonna be an easy battle, but this motherfucker is losing. And I only said a potato sack race because niggas tripping. I'll put Klutz in a body bag for trying to jump to conclusions. That's round.
My opinion on that first is I think that I had much more precision. I think he probably landed more punches, obviously, because, you know what I'm saying, that's what he does. He be cooking, and I think his round is really good. If you have him winning the round, I think that's a fair round to give him if you were to give him one. I think that I just think that, man, I don't think I missed. And I think that I was very precise. I think that I landed heavier with, like, I think 9 lives is probably the best bar in the first round. Probably. And if not 9 lives, it could be Rod Strickland. You know what I mean? So, like, I had a couple, and that's not even counting if you go back to Macaulay Culkin, Leave Me Alone, Never Be a Smack Face. I think I had some heavier landing bars in the first, and I was way more precise, way more accurate. But man, he was cooking in the first. I think I know he thinks he won the first, and I don't think he's just like out of his mind for feeling that way. But onto the second, this is where I really feel like I really created some separation in the battle. And this second, just going into the second, I'm gonna let y'all know now. I wrote it in mind to, like, I watched Rum Nitty versus Chaos, and it was kind of Rum and Chaos kind of started this pin versus puncher conversation that was interesting, and I really wanted to show a difference between punching and punching with a pin. So in this second, it's very pin heavy, while I'm also giving you line after line too. So that's why I'm doing this first.
Y'all run, baby.
Y'all ready?
Hold it down.
I said, hey, Unique.
And Siege.
They say this era is for punchers and not pins. Well, watch this.
The glasses created. The glasses slightly changed my my rap style. If y'all haven't noticed, whether I wear the glasses or don't wear the glasses, is very indicative of the way that I'm going to rap. And you can I kind of try to leave it up for interpretation for what y'all think the difference is between glasses Klutz and no glasses Klutz. There's definitely a difference though, and that's for y'all to know and for me to never confirm nor deny.
You in death sight. You know you best be scared of this wreck, right? I'm in the state of the Buckeyes, instilling fear. That's a deer in the headlights. Already.
That now someone already broke this down in the comments for me. As a matter of fact, I can go to the comments and use that comment as a reference point. Let's see if it's one of the first comments. If I ain't finna scroll forever for it. Let me see. Here it is, right here. Because he got it exactly right. So there's 6 doubles in this one bar, right? So you in deaf sight, that's 1. You know you best be scared of this wreck, right? I'm in the state of the Buckeyes, instilling fear. That's a deer in the headlights. And then you'll see later, I followed it up with nigga hit the dough. So, and I think he even like went further in depth. Here it is right here. Deaf sight. Opponent is in deaf sight, plus the deer is staring at death approaching via headlights. That is accurate. Scared of this wreck, right? Opponent is scared of getting wrecked. The deer is scared of the oncoming car wreck. That is accurate. Buckeyes. You also can add in state of the Buckeyes. So like the state that the buck is in. But either way, Buckeyes is we battled in Ohio, but also Buckeyes locked onto the headlights. Buck is a male deer, accurate. Still instilling fear. Instilling fear in my opponent, accurate. The deer is still frozen in fear, accurate. 5, deer in the headlights. Obviously, the opponent is frozen, staring at destruction. Deer in the headlights, idiom, valid. Hit the doe, which is next, obviously. It's the female deer, hit the doe. And there's also an additive beyond it. There's also an additive beyond it into the next line. We'll get to that when I say it. But I definitely layered the dog shit out of that bar. Oh, fun fact, that bar was originally going to be right in the first round. I was originally going to have the deer in the headlights bar in the first, right after I say non-lives. I ended up replacing it with Rod Strickland. So originally I was going to go these niggas be having non-lives. You in deaf sight. You know you best be scared of this wreck, right? I'm in the state, and that's how I was going to end my first. And I felt like that worked so much better as an introduction to when I really get into that pin shit. So once the rum and chaos shit happened, and I knew I wanted to do that in my second, I was like, let's move that bar. Let's start the second with that, and really set the tone for how pin heavy this round is going to be. And then I ended up replacing that entire chunk with just a one-liner with the Rod Strickland bar. And I feel like it worked beautifully for both rounds and made both rounds better.
Let's go. You in deaf sight. You know you best be scared of this wreck, right? I'm in the state of the Buckeyes, instilling fear. That's a deer in the head. Nigga, hit the dough. Because this lane foul. Nigga, nigga, hit the dough.
I added nigga hit the dough extremely late. That's why it doesn't rhyme with shit. That's why hit the dough rhymes with nothing, because I added it like very, very last minute. I just thought of it one day, like last few days leading up to the battle. And I was like, nigga, hit the dough. I was like, facts. It was literally going to be, that's a deer in the headlights. This lane foul. I'll send you on your great. It was going to be some shit like that. And I ended up just, nigga, hit the dough. Thought it was super fire. Added it. That's something like later in my writing process. So the way my process goes is I brainstorm and I'll just write. So like I may write 10 different 2 minute, 30-second drafts for one battle, right? And I'll have 20 minutes of material sitting there. Then I will take that 20 minutes of material and I'll condense it into 3 rounds. I'll trim the fat, condense it into 3 rounds. Once that's set into 3 rounds, that's when I will start cutting and editing and revising. And then at the very last minute, once all of that is done, I go back and I start plugging entendres and transitions and in-betweens, like hit the dough. Where like hit the dough was never a part of the material, but once I was done with everything, I looked at the material like, okay, how can I make this a little bit more pin heavy in certain spots? Hit the dough is something that literally takes a bar from here to here, just with 3 words.
I'm in the state of the Buckeyes instilling fear. That's a deer in the head. Nigga, hit the dough, cause this lane foul. You might be LeBron on your block, but here you get chased down. The round of your life.
You might be LeBron on your block. I thought that was cool.
This lane foul. You might be LeBron on your block, but here you get chased down. The round of your life and the round of your death could be the same round. This really ain't
It's early.
Fun fact on the LeBron bar. What's good, Stat? What's good, gang? The LeBron bar was a late addition too. It was originally a different line. That it's so weird. Sometimes I'll be like just writing shit and I'll later look at it like, I don't think that makes a lot of sense. So the original shit was gonna be like, this lane foul. Let me see. This lane foul. I'll send you and your greatest performance to the same cloud. The round of your life and the round of your death could be the same round. And after a while, I was like, I don't really like I'll send you and your greatest performance to the same cloud. I was like, I don't really like that. Can I switch that to anything? And then that's when I ended up coming up with, you might be LeBron in your block, here you get chased down.
It's early.
I'm 5 bars in. The round of your life and the round of your death could be the same. This really ain't a safe route. I'll really blank. One shot and it's straight to the canvas. Sound like a in paint. Blood splatter.
I didn't expect that. One shot and it's straight to the canvas. Sound like a sip in paint. I don't know why I did not expect that.
I said this really ain't a safe route. This really ain't a safe route. I'll really blank. One shot, then it's straight to the canvas. Sound like a sip. Blood splatter. Blood splatter. Shit smell like the inside of a piggy bank. It's more sick. What? I said this lane foul. You might. Hey. I said this lane foul. This lane foul. You might be LeBron on your block. Here you get chased down. The round of your life and the round of your death could be the same. This really ain't a safe route. I'll really blank. One shot and it's straight to the canvas. Sound like a sipping blood splatter. Shit smell like the inside of a piggy bank. It's more sick. It's more sickening because that scent could make your feelings change once you bore witness. But me.
So I just went ahead and jumped off. I walked too far. So I just went ahead and just like jumped off and jumped back on real quick. Bore witness.
That scent could make your feelings change once you bore witness. But me, I see more visits, more tensions, your burial, more digging, your corpse in it. Nigga, time works differently with the boys' vision. When you was 60 seconds into your plot, I was 4 minutes. You dying. Poor victim, mad people dread this experience, but even more living. Torment.
Right.
Oh, what?
Right.
Mad people dread this experience, but even more torment the shreds just for scare tactics. Now I got a syndicate during a kill streak. That's a care package. What?
Syndicate during I was worried about that bar not landing simply because I didn't know how many people knew that like his group name being Syndicate and shit. So like I was like, hopefully these niggas know that he's a syndicate.
Kill streak. That's a care fact. I'll battle pieces of you and let them divide what's left. All they got was 4 digits, a colon, and a time of death. You're not a threat. You're not a threat. So don't get out of line like Black Friday. Because I done seen niggas die for less. Light up his whip. So don't get out of line like Black Friday, because I done seen niggas die for less. Light up his whip. Turn that shit into evidence that forensics need. Shit gonna go from pimp my ride to exhibit C. I
love that, bro.
Ride to exhibit C. He really think.
And I'd be so OCD. It was originally gonna be exhibit A.
He bulletproof, so shots start flying.
My fault. That bar was originally gonna be exhibit A, and for some reason, I just felt like exhibit C, like SEE as an added entendre, just makes the bar better. Like exhibit C. So like but really, I feel like the punch is really mainly for the exhibit part of it. But yeah, bro, I love that bar genuinely. It was that bar kind of is what sparked me wanting to do this segment, because I just thought it was such a random good punch that I wanted to like build like, okay, how can I just justify saying this random ass bar, this random ass fire bar? And then so when I came up with this segment of like wanting to do this super pin heavy punch segment, it made sense. I fuck with Die for Less too, bro. Like Die for Less, Get Out of Line, Black Friday. It originally wasn't even gonna be bro, I'm telling you, the Jerry West shit. I told y'all earlier in this shit that I was supposed to battle Jerry West last year. Die for Less is another one of those bars that I wrote when I was writing for West, that I ended up reworking the bar. Because I remember, Jerry West, he's a they be saying he a scammer and shit. So I had the setup, even the time of death setup was going to be something about time of death, where it's going to be like something like something not a threat. Nigga gonna ask for my last 4 digits and get a time of death. Because you know how scammers always want your last 4 of your social. So he gonna ask for my last 4 digits and get a time of death. Black Friday, boy, I done seen niggas die for less. That was gonna be the bar. And then, when so that bar, and I ended up, keep in mind when I'm telling y'all shit like this too, I battled Chess and Baby James after the Jerry West shit didn't go down. I didn't say these bars to them because I will literally like hold on to a line for the right moment. So I just didn't feel like the Die for Less shit I didn't feel like the Chess battle or Baby James battle was good timing for that type of a bar. This battle worked for it. But yeah, that bar was originally some shit that I wrote for Jerry. Tell Jerry stop running, bro.
In and out premiere.
Oh, let's go back a little bit.
He really thinks he bulletproof, so shots start flying in and out premiere like the Dark Knight Rises. I promise. I promise. All right, bro. I'm gonna fuck with you.
When I say all right, I'm gonna fuck with you, a guy like I guess I was just going so crazy up there. The nigga just walked off stage. Some dude that was standing over just walked off stage.
Like the Dark Knight Rises, I promise everybody's a puncher. Because the mass is attracted to the magnet hit iron and av wit. Attacking with half the written cues. Lacking originality is bad for business, dude. Look at Wu versus Magic. That's just a nigga that's out of style versus a nigga without a style. They woke him is wearing out material that isn't new. Pedestrian jabs, feet in the...
All right. So that's a lot. All right, so check this out. That shit, I've been wanting to get that segment off for a while. Like a while. No freaky. Like for a minute. I probably wrote that segment that you just heard. I probably wrote that in 2024. Wu actually caught a stray. Wu and B Magic caught a stray very late in the game. That segment was I was supposed to just be like hiring Av with attacking with half the written cues, lacking originality is bad for business, dude. It's niggas who are without a style versus niggas without a style. I was never supposed to say Wu or Magic, but they rhymed, but also they were punchers that were on the card with us. So I was like, man, I can literally diss every puncher on the card with this one segment. But bro, I wrote this segment in 2024 because I just saw all like how cookie cutter a lot of the game was. And so that's why I wrote that. But everybody's a puncher because the mass is attracted to the magnet, attracted to the magnet. Nitty hit Iron and Av with. When Nitty battled Iron and Av, is two of the greatest battles ever. And I think that boosted a lot of why people want to just punch these days. Mass is attracted to the magnet hit Iron and Av with, attacking with half the written cues. Lacking originality is bad for business. Dude, look at Wu versus Magic. That's just a nigga that's out of style versus a nigga without a style. They welcome is wearing out material that isn't new. They welcome is wearing out material that isn't new. I just love that because it's literally, obviously that ties into the style part of it. Wearing out, it's kind of like a mini clothes scheme. Wearing out, style, out of style, wearing out material that isn't new. And then we can get into the rest of it. Actually, I'm gonna explain the rest and then I'll play it. That way I ain't gotta get back, I ain't gotta pause again. Pedestrian jabs, feeding the need for instant gratification, keeping those that view complacent. So, and I'm looking at my phone. I don't know why I got my phone playing the freaking, I'm looking at the chat to my phone. That's why it looks like I'm talking to my phone right now. I should be talking to the camera. Feeding the need for instant gratification, keeping those that view complacent. So it's literally just like, bro, this game to me, it's gotten so instant gratification. Like give us blank now, like give us what we want. I'll subscribe when I'm done, just in case you mess my whole shit up. All these people are waiting for the next bar, or like they can't even cherish this bar enough because they're waiting for the next one and the next one and the next one. It's so instant gratification. It's so scroll TikTok culture of like, you know, okay, this is over, what's next? Instead of cherishing what this was in real time. So that's why, and I say that style, that punch style in its base form lends itself to that, you know, instant gratification wave. And it keeps the viewer complacent. And that's how I look at it. It keeps the viewer complacent. It keeps the people lazy. And they don't have to work as hard to understand and catch and enjoy the material. And I'm not saying that you should always have to work hard to catch the material, but I'm just saying that there should be times and there should be art that can be consumed and appreciated over a period of time and takes a little bit of time to fully appreciate and has layers to it, as opposed to everything being extremely cookie cutter right in your face and you catch it immediately. So that's kind of what this whole segment was about. Also, Rock was sitting there asking me like, bro, is you good? That's why I looked at Rock like, I feel great.
Everybody's a puncher. Everybody's a puncher. Because the mass is attracted to the magnet hit Iron and Av with, attacking with half the written cues. Lacking originality is bad for business, dude. Look at Wu versus Magic. That's just a nigga that's out of style versus a nigga without a style. They welcome is wearing out material that isn't new. Pedestrian jabs, feeding the need for instant gratification, keeping those that view complacent. In other words, you pussy.
In other words, you pussy.
All that means.
I gotta get first to say, in other words, you pussy.
Another Nitty clone, watered down what he got in his bars, and I truly hate it. It's like he's rum and you the chaser. Stupid. It's like he's rum and you the chaser. Stupid nigga, you not rum. And I know that hurts bad, Reverse Flash, but you don't get to be a household name because you can mock one. What's really pathetic? What's really pathetic?
Wait, stop it.
Yes.
I think that's such a feeling.
What's really pathetic is when this nigga used sob stories to set up his gun lines. Like, that shit is impressive. It's like, imagine me saying R.I.P. to my grandmother. Day we lost her, I'd never forget it. It's deeply embedded. I even remember the time I got the news. 357. That shit be terrible. Don't cheer for that. That shit be terrible. That shit be terrible. That shit be terrible. These niggas have no integrity. I'm just happy you not my mans. I mean, imagine both your parents die and this is your homie. Brody gonna text you like, whatever you need, I got you, fam. But then his next battle, he like, I got a homie whose parents were sick and have Imagine both your parents die and this is your homie.
Right.
Brody gonna text you like, whatever you need, I got you, fam. Then his next battle, he like, I got a homie whose parents were sick, ain't have a fighting chance. His mother had cancer, his pop sickle cell, like the ice cream man, the non-mic.
Pop sickle cell like the ice cream man. But this shit sounds just like Dream.
The non-mic, fuck out of here. These lambs the worst. All your favorite. These lambs the worst. All your favorites put in major work before they ever laid a lazy verse. So if you want to talk like God, say some light shit, then call it a day, nigga, you gotta make it first. It's really ridiculous. Your problem is you arrogant, but you not confident. There's really a difference. From day one, I told niggas what I would do. And if I said it, I did it. So when I talk like God, it's with some conviction, because in the beginning, I spoke it into existence. That's round two. That's round two.
I thought those last two lines were super dope. A good way to finish the round. I think, like, bro, I damn near didn't miss in that whole round. Again, for the second round in a row, I feel like I literally landed just about everything. It was just an onslaught in the second round where it was just like back to back to back to back to back to back to back. I just had to prove a point with the pin shit. I had to prove a point, and now this round was me proving that point.
This is right here.
He said,
Let's go.
he said something about Call of Duty.
Yeah, he did.
You already know it's a tech drawn. Nigga said a care package. Now I'm gonna pick up where I left off. We gonna start a little serious, all right?
Go.
He's a fucking nerd talking like he's done the worst. Now I'm your consequence. You the toughest nigga on your block, and that's not a compliment. You gotta stop with it.
What's up, Jonas? Jonas good, man.
Oh, my homie, it's Lady in the Tramp. It's gonna be a candle lighting for this bitch, dog. If I crack Klutz with a shell case like Humpty Dumpty, it's gonna look like he ran into a brick wall. I'm pissed off. Nigga thought I'd fold. Now Klutz going through it like Spike Dudley. The tables turned. You want me to prove I am who I said I am? Like Shazam, just say the word. When niggas used to spin on the ops, when niggas used to spin on the ops, I stood in front of that corner store to stay and learn. It's a Hot Wheels track, because before I could bend the block, I had to play the curb. Nigga tried to run. Nigga tried to run. Vintage Desert Eagle. Make it work like Dumb and Dumber. Klutz pulled a fast one, so I had to tape the bird. Let's go. That's the gang with me. Don't talk crazy because the bros here impatient. They trying to blaze shit and they don't care. I was gonna have a bar about the Underground Railroad, but I can't take these niggas. No.
That's hard. That's bro. I think I pissed him off. That's crazy.
But I can't take these niggas. Don't care.
I was gonna have a bar about the underground.
Don't talk crazy because the bros here impatient. They trying to blaze shit and they don't care. I was gonna have a bar about the Underground Railroad, but I can't take these niggas nowhere.
That was hard.
Last time Klutz was in the field was Bobby Boucher. On my mother, let me cook. I'm a fries medulla. Slip up, but you almost died when you choked against chest. Maneuver.
That's cool.
Gotta wear a mask. Because if you see my face, I'll have to make a court appearance. It's a 2K stand. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't know Klutz from a hole in the wall like the Kool-Aid man. Tuesday, fam. When I shoot, the bullet connects. R.I.P. to Kirk. This nigga look like Steve Urkel. If I load my chamber, at the end of this episode, y'all ain't getting Klutz back. The gun clap. Noah's Ark, enough is enough. Drive by in the old Nissan. If I catch one of your mans, I'm busting a gun. It's Ray Charles. I had to dump out the bucket because his brother's a Klutz. Lifting Papa, mini chopper, Mrs. Rocker, Klutz it's up and it's stuck. Nah. Klutz tried to belittle me, so it's a beam on the machine. Honey, I shrunk the cage. Hey, girl, no sudden movements. Klutz tried to belittle me, so it's a beam on the machine. Honey, I shrunk the clay. Klutz tried to belittle me, so it's a beam on the machine. Honey, I shrunk the clay. Tell your girl movements, or she'll get a busted lid like Jenny from Forrest Gump. What I'll do to Klutz baby mama, I'll be fucking sick. I'm gonna up the stick. What? With this pistol, I'm the chosen one. Odin's son, a god with weaponry. What you don't remember? It's still Forrest Gump. Because if I sit you down with a dum-dum, that should jog your memory. Put on a lemon squeeze.
That was crazy.
If I sit you down with a dum-dum, I should jog your memory. Put on a lemon squeeze. That's my word, I bang metal. Wait, didn't I just say something about Forrest Gump? 38 special. Stretch you. I'm from the block. Every night we waged war. You ever screwed on a rusty silencer? Shit sound like a dry erase board. What are you talking about?
I love how we both have bars like shit sound like shit smell like the images like bars.
What are you trying to relate for? I was a marksman before I ever joined a rap game. Just a shooter with a little motion.
What happened? Hold up. Did we lose? Let me reshare this shit real quick. All right, here we go. My fault, y'all. Gotcha.
Don't cross that line because I ain't with the back and forth. We slam niggas to the other side for doing the most. It's the pacer test. Spray the leg and tried to take my gun, but I played it off like strip poker. I will drop you where you stand as hypnosis.
I think niggas look like strip
poker. They tried to take my gun, but I played it off like
strip. I played it off like strip poker. It's fire.
Poker. I will drop you where you stand. That's hypnosis. In the trunk of a brand new Ford is where this bitch going. Like New Year's glasses, I'll put 4 eyes in the 2026 Focus. Let's go.
I think that's crazy.
If I give my hitman a starting off of Klutz, like Devin from Drumline, He gonna slump fam, run down, up cans, dump rounds. I set my shooter a rack and his cash app went off. That's one band, one sound. Son sound. Why you had dreams of going to the Oval Office? Why you had dreams of going to the Oval Office? I was in government housing. Don't even know how we still had cable when the missed rent was up in the thousands. I was watching Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles while my stomach was growling. You know nothing about it. They put a price on his head, so I gotta clip him. I ain't even want trouble. I'm only here because I was paid to be Klutz, like a stunt double syndicate.
Bill Brown. That's a Bill Brown. At this point, I feel like I'm at 20, but you could also have it one going to the third.
And y'all hold it down, get a third round.
No.
Y'all ready?
A lot of people think this is my best one in the battle.
Hey, Unique.
Hey, Unique, y'all.
Hey, Unique. Now, Kim the Prophet called you his other half. Fucking fags. You don't think that's gay? He also I said, now Kim the Prophet called you his other half.
Laughing like
Fucking fags.
I couldn't get the words out.
You don't think that's gay? He also said you was the apple of his eye. Fucking fags.
Bro, man. It's funny you still in the it's funny you still in the chat, bro. I sent that to the group. I remember sending that to the group, and me and Eunice was laughing about that. Like, yeah, bro. This nigga said he was his other half, bro. I laughed about that for so long, bro. I had to send a shot at Nakim for one reason. Nakim battled Hansel, and he said something like Klutz a dick sucker or something he said, pissing me off. So I had to send a shot back at Nakim, and I wanted to do it in my own Klutz way, and I wanted to root it in something that was true. So I love that I found that he said, then I can make a joke about it. That's the only thing I said.
That nigga look good.
I love that you all collectively laughing.
Fucking fags. Yeah. Hey, now that bitch you be flirting with on Twitter, though, she kind of bad. But she about as easy as writing a simile. You like a ass. Niggas call me a
like I thought that bar might have been a little too unserious to land, and that shit still landed.
Niggas call me a nerd because the words in my writing pad ain't always about pulling triggers. Unlike the fact you like to cap and think because we react that you fooling niggas. Bro, you can lie and still pass a polygraph. You just better not start moving different. I'm talking
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Every now and again, I have a bar that I personally think doesn't get nearly as appreciated enough. I think that bar is better than Gated Community, and the Gated Community is coming up. I don't know why, but Gated Community got all the love. I love that freaking bar, bro. Like, niggas call me a nerd. Best crowd of rap in front of Dayton. Eunice, I've been battling a minute, bro. I battled in Milwaukee in like 2019, and that might have been the best crowd. Like they was lit. Milwaukee was lit. You know what? Let me stop lying. Orlando, but you got to remember, I battled JC in Orlando, I battled Danny in Orlando, I battled Chess in Orlando, and I battled Jackboy in Orlando. So Orlando has my heart. Orlando is home, bro. Orlando is home. Outside of Orlando, Milwaukee was really dope, and Dayton was amazing as well. So those are probably my top three outside of obviously the crib, Arkansas. But yeah, niggas called me a nerd because I be using that was actually the niggas called me. I said that's Danny actually. Niggas to Preem, it was niggas called me a nerd because the words in my writing pad ain't always about pulling triggers. Unlike the fact you like to cap and think as we react that you fooling niggas, bro. You can lie and still pass a polygraph. You just better not start moving different. I love the rhyming on that setup. I love the precision on the punch. I love how clean the double is. I think that bar is objectively better than like probably any other bar I got in this battle, but it does kind of get lost in the shuffle. But I love that bar.
I'm too consistent. A genius, father of two, that rap because I'm good at it and like to travel. My birthday is the day before Christmas. I was born gifted, then the hospital sent me home in a stocking actor. My story.
Anybody that pays attention to Tay Rock when he watches battles, because I'm finna dap him up and shit. When Tay Rock really thinks a bar is fire, he laughs. And the reason why I notice it is because that's exactly what I do. When I think a bar is super fire, I just start laughing. Like, it's funny to me how crazy a nigga like mind like can think. And so I noticed that about Rock too. So if you listen when I say stocking after, he just busts out laughing. And that's why I dap him up, because it's something that I relate to. A couple times when Preem is rapping and he'll say some crazy shit, I'll just start laughing.
Stocking actor. My story.
Oh, by the way, true story too. People, motherfuckers was trying to like give me pushback. My mom's told me this story. She's told me this story since I was a kid. I was due in January. I came on December 24th, day before Christmas, and they put me in like a stocking type of like swaddle, like a stocking, to send me home. Is the story that I was given. And so, yes, born gifted, they send me home in a stocking after
Christmas. I was born gifted, then the hospital sent me home in a stocking actor. My story.
Come on, man. Let's go. Hey. I said a genius, father of two, that rap because I'm good at it and like to travel. My birthday is the day before Christmas. I was born gifted.
By the way, also, I hate to keep pausing. This is a precursor. I'm testing my performance on how I storytell. So this is because I storytell at the end of this round. So this is like the precursor to my storytelling later, where I'm looking at this part of the crowd, that part of the crowd, and I'm telling the story to everyone in the room all at once. I set it up here because I have a much longer story at the end of my round that I got to land. So that's also why I'm doing this type of performance for this bar.
Then the hospital sent me home in a stocking actor. My story is as real as Santa Claus. And look, I know y'all might not think he real, but my son do when he watch my battles. I don't rap for y'all
niggas. If you notice, it's a little insight on how I prep. When I battle guys like Preem, punchers type shit, I did the same thing with JC. I give a lot more of my own personal life and shit like that, because I look at a puncher, I look at these guys as like almost like artificial intelligence, just spitting out good bars back to back to back, but it's not a lot of like emotion attached to it. And I feel like the best way to beat artificial intelligence is with humanity. So I always give a lot more of, if you notice when I battled JC, that's when I told the whole story about my girl passing away. I always give a lot more of like personal life reflections when I battle guys like this. So I think it's very
real.
I don't rap for y'all niggas. Yeah. That's why Preem and I don't convey with congruency. You glorify your struggle instead of pushing progression. And with that, you be losing me. Type nigga to ask if heaven got a ghetto. Hell no. It's a gated community. You know, pay attention. Wow.
Gated community. Heaven got a ghetto. Hell no. Gated community. I posted this on Twitter, but in case y'all didn't see it, that little, you said something, the nigga King was back there talking to Doc. And I could tell, like when I turned around, Doc was telling King, like, yeah, we could get somebody to set that up. And I just knew they were talking about me and King battling. So that's why I looked back at King like, oh, you said something? Like, oh, huh? I was anticipating him to like say something back, but he kind of just like fell back. He was chilling type shit.
Hey, type nigga to ask if heaven got a ghetto. Hell no. It's a gated community. The shit be backwards. The shit be backwards. Either that or it's a million gun lines. It's 50 clapping. Nigga can't paint a picture without a ladder, like the Sistine Chapel. Nigga, pay attention.
Nigga can't paint a picture without a ladder.
Nigga, pay it.
Like the Sistine Chapel.
Nigga, pay attention. You rap. I said, nigga can't paint a picture without a ladder. It's the Sistine. Nigga, pay attention. You rap about the same shit. Makes sense. You can't make a difference. Let me paint a picture. You all on the tube, just going with the flow. That ain't a reference pool. That's a lazy river. The way I lay a ring.
I love that joint. That bar, I think, is so insanely good to me. Like when I like writing. Let me paint a picture. You all on the tube, just going with the flow. That ain't a reference pool. That's a lazy river. If you've ever been to a water park and you see the lazy river, it's just a whole bunch of people on tubes, just letting the water take them, just going with the flow. And I just felt like that's one of, I'm no exaggeration, that's one of my more fluent double entendre, like double meanings, probably my whole battle career. You all on the tube, just going with the flow. That ain't a reference pool. That's a lazy river. I love that. And the concept of like it being lazy. My God, I love that bar. The concept of it being lazy, the connection to a reference pool, lazy river, like rapping about the same shit. Man, listen, bro. That's one of those lines that I literally be like, bro, I don't know how I came up with that. Like, I don't know where the fuck I was at when I thought of that shit.
Remember, it's a fire battle.
Nigga, pay attention. You rap about the same shit, makes sense. You can't make a difference. Let me paint a picture. You all on the tube, just going with the flow. That ain't a reference pool. That's a lazy rip. The way I lay your writtens, timeless. My shit conveying wisdom. My words make proverbs look like plagiarism. You rely. You need to relax.
Go.
You all on the tube, just going with the flow. That ain't a reference pool. That's a lazy river. The way I lay your writtens, timeless. My shit conveying wisdom. My words make proverbs look like plagiarism. You rely on subject matter. I can make any subject matter, and they gon' listen. You ain't no killer, more like a doctor offering the same prescription despite a change in symptoms. Nigga, make it make sense like a change dispenser. This the nigga that put Nigga, make it make sense like a change dispenser. This the nigga.
Keep talking. Oh my God. Let the crowd eat, bro.
Ridiculous, bro. I ain't really gotta explain nothing.
Nigga, make it make sense like a change dispenser. This the nigga that put it on his dead homie he wouldn't battle Eunice.
Thanks.
Then he battled Eunice. See, that ain't working for me. Hey, but I'm gonna mind my business. That is between you and God. Like purgatory. You are a frail God.
That's between you and God.
That is
If y'all can't tell, I think my third is my best round in this battle.
that is between you and God. Oh my God. Like purgatory. You are a frail 5'6" feminine follower that would fail without a whole team. You rap with a bunch.
I try not to go a battle without some alliteration. I always try to give my fans some alliteration, whether y'all want it or not. You are a frail 5'6" feminine follower that would fail without a whole team. I always try to give them
frail 5'6" feminine follower that would fail without a whole team. You rap with a bunch of niggas sounding like other niggas because you know where that road leads. Right. You abandoned being unique the day you chose to be Los Premee. That is pussy.
You still in the chat. I think that's why people say we say pussy. That is You abandoned being unique today. You chose to be Los Premee. And I know I understand the irony of me saying I love bars that I wrote, so obviously I love them. I don't love every bar that I wrote. I might like them all, or I think they're all. I might think a bar is effective, but not be in love with it. So like, I'm not just saying it. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, bro. For real.
Being unique the day you chose to be Los Premee. That is pussy. One thing you do unique is talk about your father and how you lost him. Bro, you really put it all on the line. Right. And I would never talk about your father in a rap battle, but I will talk about mine. My father is the greatest man I ever met. He's the man who made me me. He's from Philly. His pops was locked up most of his life, but he made it out the streets. Found a great job, kept my family safe, and on the way remained with peace. Made sure we had a place to lay and sleep, paper place to eat, paid to say the least, a great to say the least. He named me Cortez Scott Jr. right after him. So I work hard as a man, and in this battle shit, because I feel I can't compete. That's why I'm so fucking annoyed when y'all compare this lame to me, because he was gave the name unique. I had to make my name unique.
Listen, bro. Okay. So this segment right here, I told y'all off rip. I told y'all a few minutes ago, when I battle guys like this, I try to give a piece of my life and like really give a lot of emotion and give and try to trigger emotions, shit like that, nostalgia, whatever the case may be, because I feel like it's a very good counter for that just bar style. Also, the way that I structured this was in direct antithesis to the idea that you have to rap set up, punch, set up, punch, set up, punch. That I can't set a bar up for like 8 different lines and then land my haymaker. That was another thing. I structured the storytelling part. I watched a Dave Chappelle stand-up while I was prepping for this. I was watching Dave Chappelle's most recent stand-up, whichever one is the most recent. And he tells this story. He's at some point he's talking about Diddy. He's talking about Diddy and the whole Diddy case and everything while he's talking about everything about him getting locked up, the RICO with himself and all that shit. And he talked about that for a little bit, tells a couple jokes. Then he goes on this long story talking about, I'm gonna get the name wrong. I think it's Jack Johnson, but I don't want to get that name wrong. I'm not very familiar with the boxing scene, but it's an old boxer that was really, really good. And he tells his entire story about Jack Johnson, about how he used to have white women come to his fights to, and have sex with him and all of this shit, right? And he was talking about how he created this, how the government literally created this law to prevent him from doing that. And he tells this entire story. This story might take 20 plus minutes to tell. And then he finishes that story with, and that's the shit that they're trying to get P. Diddy on right now. And it's so funny and dope because it's like you tell this entire story and we are so locked into the story that we forget that you had an overall point. We're so locked into the story that we forgot there's an overall point, and then you drag us back in like, and that's how this connects to my point. And I say all that to say, when I tell this story, my goal after watching that, I wanted to construct this similarly. I wanted to tell this story about my dad, and I really wanted to talk about it to a point where you forget everything and you're just locked into this story of learning about my father and the type of man he was. And you're so locked in that you almost forget that I'm in a battle and there has to be a point. And to the very last minute, I'm like, and that's why I get annoyed when y'all compare this lame to me, because he was gave the name unique. I had to make my name unique. And I just loved the structure on that bar. I really spent a lot of time on the rhyme pattern. I spent a lot of time on, like, when I thought of it, I had to make my name unique. I was like, I want to rhyme all of those syllables. So that's why he's the man who made me me. from Philly. Mob's locked up most of his life, but that make him incomplete. He made it out the streets. I wanted to follow that whole rhyme pattern. I really spent a lot of time on that segment. And that's why I spent 2 full rounds, or really 3 full rounds, hinting at it with a unique, or his name is unique, but he not different. The whole unique, every unique setup was for that payoff at the end. So, and I think it worked out pretty well. So that's kind of the backstory on that part of it.
He named me Cortez Scott Jr. He named me Cortez Scott Jr. right after him. So I work hard as a man and in this battle shit because I feel I can't compete. That's why I'm so fucking annoyed when y'all compare this lame to me because he was gave the name Unique. I had to make my name Unique. You are dying, nigga. And anybody doubting that shit, you can die with them because it's always the ones underestimating the Klutz that fall victim. I'm from the South.
I'm from the South. If y'all don't know, that is my new slogan. If in case y'all was wondering, it's always the ones underestimating the Klutz that fall victim. Hey man, I'm tired of shit. We're not watching his round. Respectfully. Nah, but dead ass. That was Klutz versus Los Premee. I really, really love that battle. One of my favorite back and forth battles of my career. Maybe my favorite back and forth battle of my career. Either that or JC or Jack Boy. I really love all 3 of those back and forths. But I just think that that really puts my attack mode on display. That battle and the Baby James battle that I'll probably end up doing a breakdown for sometime soon as well. Those show my attack mode on display, whereas like a battle like chess is where I really show my tactical side, where like I might this right here, this round ain't really necessary right now, but in a round or two, that round matters and shit like that. This was really just a lot of attacks, a lot of, all right, let me show y'all exactly what it looks like if I don't do none of the extra shit and I just rap. I really hope y'all fucked with it. I gotta get my ass to sleep. So man, y'all, salute y'all. Anybody that pulled up, anybody that's watching this at home on the playback, bro, I really appreciate y'all. And we are out of here.